We should be live now.
I see one person watching. I see one.
All right, yeah, we're live. So we're gonna wait until everybody gets in here for a few seconds. We're only gonna wait about maybe 2 or 3, 4, 5 seconds, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into what the hell's been going on. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I seen some shit, y'all. And this is getting really real right now. And we only have what 36 days left, 37 days until the election. And shit's about to get really, really real. Y'all are gonna get hit with so much misinformation. There's gonna be this massive voter suppression. There's gonna be a lot of purging of the vote. There's gonna be a lot of votes that's not gonna be getting counted. And there's gonna be a lot of people that claim to look like, that claim to be us, that aren't us. They're not real. But I want y'all to get in here. I don't necessarily know if anybody watched the Cambridge Analytica video, but that's literally what we're talking about today. So for everybody who's just tuning in now, because I just started seeing a lot of people, I think 25 people are watching on what I don't necessarily know, because this don't necessarily tell me. But for those who are just tuning in, this is another episode of Too Raw and Unfiltered, and I have my girl Shantae here. Go ahead and introduce
Shantae.
yourself. Shantae, I'm sorry, my bad. I always been calling you
You
Shanta
know,
this
it's so
whole damn
funny.
time.
Everybody gets it. You know, like it's not just you. It's just the fact that they see the spelling. Oh, Shantae. Like I had a friend that I had for like almost 30 years. She still calls me Shantae to this day. I'm like, girl, it is Shantae. You know.
Lord Jesus. See, this is embarrassing, y'all, but this is real.
It's all good, Kenny. Listen, at least you halfway got it right. At least you ain't calling me Shanty
Mm, girl. But
or
anyways,
Shantae.
go ahead and introduce yourself and what you do and stuff like that.
Well, I am Shantae Berry for those who don't follow me, um, or I am Shanteezy. I am a nonprofit professional based here in New York. I am a native New Yorker. I'm originally from Harlem, but I currently reside on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. And since then, I have been out of work for quite some time due to, trying to find work. And then now the pandemic, since I was trying to, land something and the pandemic happened. So I'm a grad student in school. I'm continuing my grad program that I halted for 4 years um, due to some family situations. But I blog on about politics, and I have a episode called Shantae's Analysis weeknights on YouTube and Periscope, and Friday nights on Instagram. And I'm here with Kenny. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for showing up, child, because this was definitely last minute because I really didn't know if I was going to go live. I was supposed to do something else, but that kind of got halted. But when I saw this, like when I saw this documentary, this small short documentary of the Cambridge Analytica video, I just knew I had to speak up and I had to say something because the very things that they were doing in 2016 is happening right now. And a lot of people are literally falling for the same yoke doke. And I'm
Absolutely.
just not, I don't like this. I don't like this because it's like it's a slap in the face, especially to black voters, because they know exactly how to play this game when it comes to us. They know exactly which buttons to press. They know exactly how to target us precisely. And that's the part that's really frustrating me. What did you think about the analytical video?
I was pissed because it's like I knew he did this, but the simple fact it's now out in the open. It's 2020 and it's a pandemic and it's now out in the open. It was like, so why the hell did you why y'all held this information for so long? Like it's so messed up because there's people that I know that actually believe all the misinformation on Facebook and Instagram and all these other outlets. And the media, don't get me started on the media. Don't get me
Shit.
started because I went in like I was sitting with my dad the other day when he came down to see me, and I was like, why the media keep boasting these lies? All these lies, and it makes me so mad, and it gives Donald Trump leverage. Like they were intrigued at the shiny object instead of all this voter suppression stuff went on, and try to blame Hillary for not outreaching to people, but it was Donald Trump suppressing the vote the whole goddamn time.
The thing that really disturbs me is the fact that Cambridge Analytica is literally it's an affiliate to Facebook, and Facebook is refusing to allow us to see exactly what
Mm-hmm.
ads were actually played, and they played a huge part in the reason why Donald Trump was elected. They went and so for the people who didn't watch the Analytica video, let me just kind of break it down. So literally, Donald Trump spent about $44 million into political ads to Facebook that were used to target African Americans. They knew everything about you. They knew where you worked. They knew exactly how much you made. They knew your personality traits. They put you as in a category called deterrence. And guess how many black people were actually put in that category? 3.5 million black people were put in a category as deterrence, meaning people who are less likely to vote or people that they felt that they could suppress or stop from voting. So they target you with certain ads that look like us. Literally, they had paid black people go on these scripts and say, we're not going to vote for Hillary Clinton. She can't be trusted. The super predator stuff that really didn't necessarily matter. Things that happened years ago. Something about the crime bill that she didn't even vote for. Just some crazy shit. So they targeted us purposely to stop us from voting. This was the first time in history that black voter turnout had dropped so significantly. I think I lost the percentage. I think like 20% actually. That's how much we actually decreased in terms of our voter turnout. But literally, they knew everything about you. And this is stuff that was apparently legal. They could sell your information to whoever they wanted to sell. They knew exactly what your household income was. They knew exactly everything you tweet. So what they were doing is basically studying black people, figuring out the weaknesses of the black people, what our Achilles heel is, and how they could basically try to stop us from voting for the Democratic Party. And that's basically what they did, and they're doing it right now as we speak. And how you know they did it, how they're doing it right now, look at the primaries. Kamala Harris, since she announced her run for president, she had 63% of negative online attacks online.
Yeah.
Certain videos, certain things that tweeted out by certain people with only 200 followers, how in the hell are they getting up to 20,000 retweets and likes? Things that were being pushed by Russian bots, online trolls, all of this stuff that was false information, misinformation, trying to mischaracterize her record because they did not want you to support the black woman. But I just wanted to go ahead and give that brief, just to let y'all know what the hell we're talking about. A lot of people are like, I don't know what y'all talking about. That's what we're talking about. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let it back into you. Go ahead and speak. Sorry, I don't
Well,
want to speak too
no,
long.
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Kennedy. I mean, Kenny. Sorry. It's just the simple fact is, you know, learning all of this. One of the state senators from Wisconsin was just like, she's like appalled by this. She was like, how did they work this hard to disenfranchise you? Like, how did that happen? That was crazy. And one of the people in your comments said the but her email thing. That's exactly what was going on. Donald Trump was saying the 33,000 emails, and then Comey falls into this bullshit. That's why I'm not watching that fucking series on Showtime because it's like that was bullshit. Because he was part of that shit too. And then you had some Democrats on the far left was amping that shit too. Amping Assange, like, and feeling bad for him that he's in the hospital. No, he fucking hacked their emails. That's what the fuck he did. And it just makes me so mad because Hillary was my senator. Hillary was my senator here in New York, and she was a badass senator at that. She was almost better than Chuck Schumer, even though Chuck
Amen.
Schumer was not bad. And the simple fact that she did so much for universal health care for young girls in school, especially here in New York, it just makes me so angry. Makes me so angry. I was telling my dad she was the most qualified woman. And they think that Elizabeth Warren was going to be a Hillary Clinton. She will never amount to what Hillary Clinton is. And I'm not being mean because I actually like Elizabeth Warren. Don't get me wrong. I like her. But to be the president of the United States, no.
Nobody was more qualified than Hillary Clinton. Even to this day, as much as I love Kamala Harris, I can't say that she was more qualified to be president as Hillary Clinton. There's literally no comparison. Hillary Clinton was working for the Children's Defense Fund to fight off segregated schools and making sure they got defunded. Hillary Clinton was working to get universal health care as first lady, which wasn't even her job to do. Hillary Clinton went to represent she went to represent young black men who were tried as adults in South Carolina. So when people say that Hillary Clinton's anti-black, what the hell are you talking about? She's been so immersed in the black community that you cannot, anywhere there's black people, there is the damn Hillary, damn Clinton right there. There's Hillary
Exactly.
right there. So it's wild to me that you guys really willing to invite strangers into the cookout who really ain't been there, ain't really done shit. Because I'm
Right.
not trying to shit on Elizabeth Warren again. Again, I ain't got no problems with Miss Girl, but she ain't been there. She ain't been around. She ain't done shit. She has not had no policies for the black community until she decided to run for president. And many policies she stole from Kamala. Let's just go ahead and keep it 100. She stole the maternal mortality rate plan and didn't even endorse Kamala Harris's maternal mortality rate plan in 2018. But yet she stole it, copied it, and put it in her damn policy when she decided to run for president. That's the facts. You can be mad about it. Jason Overstreet, if you're in the comments, this is what the fuck it is, bruh. You can be mad about it. This is it. These are the facts, okay? So you can stay mad about it. At the end of the day, I'm not propping up no white saviors. I'm not kissing no white ass. I really don't give a damn. I don't care about no white validation. I don't give a shit about no like or retweet on follow. I don't give a fuck about no followers. This is my life that y'all playing with. But what I want to get black people to get in here and realize is that you're being targeted right now. There are people right now pretending to be black, literally got stock photos, stock images of black folk that may have passed away a long time ago because they ain't got no family members, they ain't got no tag photos, they ain't got nothing. But they stay all day in the shade room comments attacking us. And what they are is called deterrence. That's their new word now. I love that they use that word because now I'm going to start using that shit every damn day. Every time I see an ignorant ass comment talking about I'm not going to vote or Joe Biden don't got no black agenda, my ass is calling them, shut your ass up, deterrent. Because your ass ain't nothing but a damn deterrent. Okay? There's crab in the barrel ass mentality that literally wants you. They're spreading this sickness. I don't know if y'all noticed, but there's more than just COVID going around. There's this sickness that's plaguing and just running in and out of the black community and people of color communities. It's called hopelessness. And they want to spread that shit to your ass because they're hopeless, because they don't feel like voting, because they have completely given up. They want your ass to give up too. What I want you to know is that your ass has a future and you can fight for it. And we're on the cusp and we're in this inflection point right now, is what Kamala Harris would say. All you have to do is show up. I know you got something to say. I've been talking a little longer than I need to.
No, Kenny, you said a whole entire word, and I was just going to chime in after you finished and was just saying, my mother witnessed voter suppression. My mom is a child of the South. My mom's from South Carolina, and she saw the voter suppression. She saw the fact was there was people that was older than her that did not know how to write their name,
Mm,
their whole entire name.
Lord
And
Jesus.
her school was a voting precinct. So what they would do with the ballots, if people did not know how to write their name, they would like toss it in the garbage.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And even at parent teacher conference where she volunteered at, if they didn't not know how to write their name to sign in to meet with the child's parent, they would just mark X. Yeah. Or
So it was
my mom grew up in rural South Carolina, like rural Utahville, South Carolina, which is like Orangeburg County.
child, I believe it. I'm right up the street. Shoot, I'm literally on the edge. I'm in Charlotte. So yeah, South Carolina, they don't play no games over there. They really do not want black folks to vote at all. That is white country right there, if it is one.
And that's why, like, and I still got my aunts still there, even though my mom is uptown in the Bronx. My aunts are still down there. My cousins are still down there. My uncles are still down there. Like, vote for Jamie Harrison. Like, do anything we can because we're facing five crises. Like, we're literally facing it. We're facing a global pandemic resulting into a financial recession, which, God forbid, it does not turn into a depression. Climate change as an existential threat. The airing, the warming of the air, the rising sea levels. I know here in New York, we have a rising sea level.
Oh no, Lord Jesus.
Especially like, because I live in Manhattan, so Manhattan is an island. So it was like a rising sea level. And then you have racial reckoning. We still have that problem with, y'all learned from Wednesday with Breonna Taylor. And then now we're facing a constitutional crisis where Donald Trump don't want to accept the results of the election, whether he win or loses, especially when he loses, especially. And then RBG seat, which he's going to put Amy Coney Barrett, who is opposed to replacing somebody back in 2016. Now she's going to fill that seat and will do anything to grant Donald Trump's wish. She's the last result of Donald Trump trying to get away with shit. So we're literally facing it. So when I hear people, and even some people that I know, Kenny, that are older than you, much older than you, that are around my age, 34, 35, saying they're not going to vote or this is their first time voting, like, my nigga, where you been?
I think a lot of people just don't understand what politics are, and it can get a little confusing. And I guess the way people frame politics, it can seem really boring, but this is some messy ass shit. If you ask like the Shade Room, if you like the damn Love and Hip Hop and shit like this, trust me, politics is just like that shit. You just need somebody to break it down like the way we breaking it down right now. Okay? Because you can say that, oh, I don't hear a black agenda, maybe because you don't understand it, or maybe you're not looking it up. Maybe that's where the problem is. Maybe you don't have the comprehensive reading skill that you need. I don't necessarily know. I'm not trying to insult you, but that's the way it seems. Because a lot of these black agendas, Joe announced his black agenda way back in May.
Mm-hmm.
We're in September, almost going on October, the end of September. October is literally this week. So, where have you been? Don't say that, oh, people don't have anything when you're not looking things up. It's not the candidate's job to educate you on their policies. It's your own job to do it. You can say, well, I haven't heard it from that person. Well, have you done the research? I mean, they've done everything they can to reach out to you when it comes to, voter outreach. They show up to your lives. They show up on your feeds. What have you done to do it? It's on their website. What else can they do? They can't knock on your door due to COVID. You want them to personally knock on your door and say, hi, I'm Kamala Harris, I'm Joe Biden. This is my black agenda. Is that the only way that you're going to find it? Even then, you probably still won't be satisfied.
No, they want people to spoon feed shit to them. I'm like, I'm not spooning feed shit to you. No, you go on the website yourself and you research that. Like, I'm still doing my content research because Joe Biden plans are long. They're very long, but they're
Yes,
very
God.
detailed and very intricate. Especially his COVID-19 response. I'm like, this is what the White House was supposed to use, that he suggested for them to use, and they did not fucking use it. Like, $30 billion to invest in making sure the kids will have PPE for school, that they will have the right proper social distance, the right proper measures to take during COVID-19. Like, people are just so dumb, and they're listening to the Ryan Knights of the world. They listen to the Nina Turners of the world, the Bree Joys of the world. Let's see who else on my list. The Philip Agnew of the world, the Angela Peoples of the world, the Black Woman X, I think that's her organization of the world. And I can't forget Jason Overstreet, even though he's not doing voter suppression tactics, but he did not tweet this video. He did not retweet it, nor Fred Joseph, nor Philip Agnew, nor Angela Peoples, nor Nina Turner, nor Bree Joy.
Call them out. Call them out because they don't give a shit. This is the whole thing. That's why I call them prejudiced as progressives or progressives, if you will, because they're not really about the things that they say. If you say that you care about Black lives, why aren't you voting like Black Lives Matter? Because justice and policing is on the damn ballot. If you say that environmental justice matters to you and you know that we have rising sea levels like what you mentioned earlier, why aren't you voting for Joe who wants to decrease carbon emissions and go completely green by 1950, Lord Jesus, 2050?
Yeah.
So what else do y'all want? Is really the question. I think what people are looking for is they're looking for any excuse to not vote. They're looking for any excuse to not get educated. Because it's easier just to say, I don't necessarily know, versus saying, well, I'm not voting because such and such. Because there really is no real reason. If y'all all agree that Donald Trump has been detrimental to America and he's been a failure as president, why aren't you guys taking the time to go ahead and make sure that we can get rid of him? We have an option. And we have policies because we're not just saying, oh, let's just go ahead and get Donald Trump. That's the way y'all are making it seem out to be is, oh, Joe Biden is running off of I'm not Donald Trump when he has all these policies on his website. He's been talking about these policies. No,
Literally.
he's not going to be able to go on a full live and break down the entire policy because we have so much more to talk about. We have so many. We have to talk about criminal justice. We have to talk about black entrepreneurship. We have to talk about going green. We have to talk about fixing our infrastructure. We have to talk about dealing with COVID. So how are they going to be able to do all these intricate details in one live that only lasts 30 minutes? How are they able to do that? And then you can say, oh, well, I don't like Kamala Harris because she's a cop. That's a lie. There's been so much misinformation about her record. And the fact that you guys haven't done the research kind of makes me question you. When you question Kamala Harris and her blackness, it makes me question you to question this black woman's blackness and to question her record. That's something that you haven't even looked up. You're going off of what everybody else is saying.
And it's so funny. It's pastors that are also doing that too, because
Child.
I'm on Facebook and I have to check my pastor once. I have to check her. I was like, you need to do your research before you say anything. And I told that right on the phone call when I called out all those pastors on the association that my church is a part of. And I had a whole a whole Facebook live, and one of the pastors was like, you talking right, sis. And I was like, yeah, because I was like, Kamala Harris's plans were more progressive. Like, I support her during the primaries. Yes, I heard all of this cop stuff, and I was like, okay, but I still love her. And then when Tulsi Gabbard tried to kneecap her, I was like, oh no, I'm doing my research. Find out the Sacramento Bee and the Mercury News fact checked that same night. I was like, oh yeah, Tulsi's a liar. And that's when I was like, what is Tulsi's campaign is about? Is it a rushing plant or is it something substantive? Because I would have thought she would have been a great Secretary of State to any administration to find out she ain't shit. So people were talking about, I make these videos that, oh, you're not telling people why to vote for Biden and Harris. I said, I am. I do make videos talk about voting for Biden and Harris. But if you a stupid motherfucker being a chaos agent, I'm calling the chaos agent out. And I'm not looking for clout. I just don't like chaos agents.
Period. Like, literally, I don't know why they fit. I don't understand. So you feel like you can throw out all this toxicity out there in the universe, all this negative energy. You feel that when people try to give you some of that back, that you're just immune. You're not supposed to be touched or something like that. When you lie on somebody, we have every right to call you out on your bullshit. Every right to drag your ass for the filth. And we're gonna do so. And you're just gonna have to sit there and take it. Because that's what the fuck it is. If your ass ain't got no damn receipts, of course we're gonna hit your ass with the receipts. Because if you notice, when you hit their ass with receipts and you get them with links and screenshots, because their ass don't ever click on the link, let's just be real. When you hit their ass with screenshots, all of a sudden their asses go quiet, they go silent, then all of a sudden you end up on the block list. It's funny how that works. Or they start doxing your page.
What's his face? Yeah, Talcum X.
Sean King, he quick to block somebody because we already know that he's, what is it? Milk of magnesia be faking Dr. Martin Luther King cream. Sorry, Dr. Martin Luther Cream pretending to be black. Child, we seen them baby pictures. Okay, we seen them. I ain't seen no nigga naps on that head no damn where. Okay, I ain't seen them. Look, new growth. What? Where you at now? I know I'm a little bright from this camera, but child, let me tell you something. This is nigga over here. Ain't no mixture over here. This is a color for no damn reason. You know how it is. We just pop up every now and again. The light skins just pop up. Here we go.
Listen, my daddy is just as light as you. So it's like, and he still got dark skinned children.
But you know what I wonder? Because I wanted to ask you this question since I have you here. We call out the toxic agents like the ADOS and Tariq Nasheed and stuff like that. It's funny when you question them because they say, well, where's these black agendas? And when you hit them with the black agenda and you say, hey, that's full of shit, this is what it is, they get mad at you and then they want to question your blackness. Because not only did they question my blackness, even though they, look, nigga for real now. The whole attitude, the whole damn demeanor, this is straight nigga for real. You can't fuck with me. Didn't he question your blackness?
Oh, yes. And I think I got the receipt here because I got my iPad here. Where is that thing? Because I don't want to scroll because, you know what? I'm not going to scroll because that's too long, too much. But I basically called his ass out because he's saying like we were all mad about Killer Mike. I was saying nobody's mad. We just disappointed because Killer Mike was like, I'm for black people, blah 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 blah. But they're meeting with the ops, and
Mm.
so I'm like, he shouldn't be doing this when COVID is spreading like wildfire in Atlanta. Because my cousins was like, COVID is spreading like wildfire, and so he was like, well, are you Caribbean? I was like, I'm African American. Why does that matter? And then 2 days later, because other people was like, why the fuck you saying that to me? He start, you're not a foundational black woman. What the fuck that shit means, I have no idea. I never heard of that motherfucking shit before in my motherfucking life.
What the fuck is a foundational black woman? I'm confused. So, what is the foundational black woman? Because let's just be honest. If Harriet Tubman was still alive, she would have bitch slapped damn Tariq Nasheed back to damn Africa. Okay, let's just be honest. Or she would have been that person that she would have pulled that damn gun out. I'm not encouraging violence. I'm saying this is what she would have did. Now it's in the books. It's in the history books now. How many niggas she pulled a gun out on because they asses refused to want to be free? Because they asses want to go back to the damn plantation. That's Tariq Nasheed. He's that nigga who want to go back. I'm not trying to go back, okay? We're
Well,
trying
it's
to run to
time.
freedom. Hmm?
It's time.
Oh my God. Girl,
He
you know I
wants
drug
to.
his
It's
ass for the film.
time. Yep. Cause he tap dances for the white people. Come on, like his whole half of the family is white. I mean,
Yes.
he's attacking
Wife.
a full black person. I mean,
Uh.
I got probably a tidbit bit of whiteness from the slave masters, but yeah, I mean, I showed him my ancestry map. I said, don't do it, sir. You don't want me because I'll come for your wife. I said, you worry about the peanut, and I'm going to shill for black people because it was all about me supporting Kamala. That's what it was about.
That's all it is. It's something about black women seeking power is what the situation is. I think a lot of people are jealous because they know that it's time for a black woman. So his ass is mad. He's mad. He even sung a song about it. He's mad. He's pressed. So it is what it is.
No dance move.
So, child, and he out here, child, talking about the art of the damn Mac. Child, shut the fuck up. This toxic masculinity needs to go, and a lot of people need to be called out on their shit. Speaking of what you were saying earlier about, people being, okay, let's talk about Ice Cube. Let's talk about this influence. Let's talk about how these people have all this platform and all these money and all these ties to certain people, right? And they're trying to encourage you not to vote. Anybody telling you not to vote, you better look at their ass sideways, or you need to go look into their damn tax returns, or you need to figure out who the fuck they fucking with. Because when it comes to Ice Cube, he always wants to talk about this pro-blackness every 4 years and then disappear. Because his ass said the same shit in 2016, disappeared. Where the fuck was he at? Where was he in 2017, 18, 19? Now he's back in 2020 when we got to run for another election. Where the fuck does he go? Let's talk about that for a minute. I know you got some shit to say about Ice Cube. Go ahead, girl. Go off.
Ice Cube. I used to respect him as a rapper. I still love the song Today Was a Good Day, but I have not listened to it because I just refused because of the bullshit he was saying. He never came for me, but he came for Dr. Avis yesterday.
Did he?
Oh, yes. Wait, let me
Oh,
pull.
not my Miss Sister Scholar.
Oh, yes, honey. He came
Oh,
for
let me
her.
find out. You see, she ain't tell me nothing now. I love me some Doc Davis. She's the truth, okay?
Oh,
That is somebody that you don't want to play with. But I need to find that tweet. If you can send that to me in a DM, because trust me, Ice Cube can get all this work one more time. I already did a part one. I can do a part two real quick. I can do a remix, okay? Fuck
Like,
Ice
literally
Cube
came
coming
for her.
straight from the Too Raw, Too Real.
Dr. Avis. Because, so funny, this is what happens when you tweet so much. Now that I'm on Twitter again, because I wasn't on it for a while, I was always on my Instagram, on my Facebook, but now, like, I'm on Twitter again. I was like, no, I gotta
Girl,
see what
how
this.
can you survive being on Instagram and Facebook? I swear to God, like it's hard. Like I try my best to stay away from the shade room, which I honestly believe needs to be shut the fuck down. Because I think that also contributes to all the data that they're getting from Cambridge Analytica. I know that's the data that they're getting because they see us attack each other every day. They know exactly how to pull the strings and how to pull at the heartstrings of black people. They know what our Achilles heel based off of how we treat each other, based off of not just in politics but in pop culture as well. This shit is intricate. Oh Lord, I can't even think of the word. Cannot say it right now. But anyways, all this stuff is connected. So when they're sitting here watching us dog each other out, based off of the way that we look, based off of, where we come from, our genetics, etc. You don't think they're going to use this shit when it comes to our politics? All of this stuff is connected. And we feed into all of this shit and we give them all the ammunition that they need to use against us to stop us from voting.
Okay, so here goes the tweet. I found it.
Okay, go in.
He says, do something, because he retweeted her tweet, because she said, good deflection, though. Just like there is no mention of black women in a contract, and there's still no mention of Breonna Taylor. Speaks volume, hashtag.
I remember that tweet.
He said to her, do something constructive and write the women's section for contract instead of worrying about what I'm doing.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't he the one who introduced the contract?
Yes, and
So,
Reese called him out for his shit on Roland Martin about a month or two ago that he did not have women in the contract, and he gave her a bullshit answer.
he said he needs to incorporate women more. So why the hell, if you know that there's black women, your ass came out of one. So I want to know, if you know that there's black women around, I know you got a sister, I know you got some damn body, some black women somewhere in your life. I don't know if you're married to one, but if you have a black woman in your life, why the hell would you leave them out of the conversation when it comes to that? Because here's the deal. When it comes to this toxic masculinity, black women aren't seen as equal. Black women are seen at the bottom of the bottom, which is why black women deserve a seat at the table, which is why I stand so hard for Kamala Harris, because this is bullshit.
Absolutely. And then I responded to him. I said, coming from an extraordinary educated black woman with a PhD, because she has a PhD, who can actually teach you and me about politics isn't a good look. Do better, Mr. Cube. And he didn't respond. Do better, because it's like, you are a respected rapper, actor, and a producer and director. And for you to be a voting suppressing ass motherfucker that you are, it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. It's bad. It's bad. And as much as I appreciate the music, Diddy too with the shit. Diddy. Who else? There's a couple other black men.
Child, it was a Waka Flocka said some shit. You know his ass doesn't know a damn thing. I don't know why the hell anybody would even listen to his motherfucking ass.
His brain is so fried with so much weed, and I don't get on people that smoke weed, but if you smoke too much,
if you wake up in the morning and you sleep at night.
Wait, LL Cool J?
Kush. What was it? Not LL Cool J. Jesus. No, I can't do it.
What De Niro said, it's LL Cool J.
Lord Jesus, but I did put this on here. It says Ice Cube, Ice Picks. Ice Picks, Ice Picks plan does not include LGBTQ either. True, because y'all be forgetting about the black trans women that keep dying every other day. Y'all keep forgetting how many black trans women keep getting found dead. Nobody cares about their lives, huh? I guess their lives don't matter because they're part of the LGBTQ. What happened to the black trans women? Come on now. What happened? Oh, right. Y'all don't give a shit. Okay, there it is. His ass ain't said shit. Wayne said, I don't know if Wayne said anything. And anyways, Wayne asked, his ass is crazy. He said that black lives don't matter. Something's wrong with him. And isn't there a memoirs of some woman that he had sex with, some old dusty hoe? I'm talking about Dusty. I'm talking, she 65. And she was supposed to be an ex-bodybuilder and stuff like that. She got bad legs, etc. like that. She wrote these memoirs talking about how, Wayne loved her and all this other stuff. This old white woman, y'all, I think y'all might want to listen to that. I'm telling you, it was a good read. Now, the girl was talking about some stuff. Now, she was obsessed. But anyways.
He looked like a whole rodent.
Child, he's so smoked and cracked out. Like Wayne looks like, death. I'm sorry. He looked like he died 5 years ago.
And then we got more voter suppressors in the Trump orbit. We have, Melissa Tate?
Child, and this is the other thing. Why anybody even retweeting this stuff without actually looking at somebody's page before you start to retweet something? Just because they ass got the same color as us does not mean they for us, child. She got a whole damn picture with her and Donald Trump has her background photo. What kind of mess is this? But this is what y'all. This is who y'all choose to retweet and stuff like that, and tweeting false information at that.
I have a whole thread of all the people in black Trumpers in his orbit with all the pictures of them: Paris Denard, Candace Owens, Angela Staten King, another ratchet ass Miss Cleo looking ass bitch.
Child, you don't get me started on Angela Staten King. I saw her show up on Roland Martin, and they made her ass look like a whole ass fool. She came out there looking stressed. She looked like she just came back from a
Or,
hot ass laundromat. Her ass was wearing them damn white. She was wearing them white flat shoes with the damn strap on it, like from Monica video. She, her ass was looking. She was hot, and she was just wrong, just loud and fucking wrong, looking crazy. That bitch talking about they're trying to exterminate black children and stuff like that. But you talking about Planned Parenthood. Talking about they're trying to exterminate black people and stuff like that, and how Kamala Harris hates black people and how she supports them, but yet Kamala Harris is the only person who's got a uterine fibroid bill to address black maternal health.
right.
Yeah. Miss me with the bullshit, Angela Staten. You don't know what the hell you talking about, Miss Girl. You better go sit down and take your ass back to jail is what your ass need to do.
Word. And Drew makes sure he schooled Melissa Tate real good.
Yes,
And
he did.
power to Drew.
Yes, God. And I tried my best because I knew it was coming with that little Tupac shit. I knew it was coming. That night when I saw that shit, I'm like, oh Lord, let me go ahead and tweet this damn video. A lot of people did retweet it and post it underneath everybody's comments about Breakfast Club coming out to say that little bullshit about Tupac and Kamala Harris smoking while listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg was a lie.
This was
And
doctor.
how Yes, it sure was. Well, it wasn't necessarily doctor. What it was is that, and I guess maybe now that I think about it, some people I can see where people can get fucked up with it because if you don't watch the Black Breakfast Club, then you're not gonna know what Kamala Harris was doing or what was actually said and how the conversation went. If you were listening to it, then you think another way, and I
Like
think that's
even Envy just addressed it. He said she was talking to him, and Charlamagne was
exactly.
trying to chime in, which sometimes he get on my nerves.
He
But
be doing too much sometimes, and I get it that he'd be excited and stuff like that, but sometimes you just need to shut the hell up.
so funny. It's like I never really cared for him when he was on. I think MTV's Direct Effect. That was like years ago because I paid attention to him when he was a VJ, and I was just like I was not impressed. And so like when he got on, I was like, oh, here we go. Like fix your face, nigga. Fix your face. You always look so pressed. So
Yeah, somebody else said that. I don't see anything with LL Cool J. He usually does the rock the vote. I'm gonna have to look into it because that would hurt my heart. That would really hurt my heart. I don't give a fuck about
word.
Ice Cube like that. I know since Ice Cube got a bag, he went straight Barbara Walters. But the Are You There Yet? His ass forgot about NWA and all that other shit. Like Ice Cube has been very um
He's interesting.
corporate, very corporate. You know. So he's been sold out a long time ago. That's probably why his net worth is 160 million. Ain't no damn way. But anyways, there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people when they make it, they just forget about us. And I think that's where the problem is because y'all are listening to people y'all thought was for you. Long time ago they was. But now they ain't. Like Chris Rock, I don't know what the hell is going on with him. His ass was laughing in 2016 when Hillary Clinton lost. I don't know if you remember the SNL special. But
I never saw that.
I remember the SNL special when they showed that Hillary lost and he was laughing and shit like that, saying, "Oh, you really didn't believe?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" I mean, like it is. I'm like, whatever. It just didn't sit well with me. And I didn't honestly hear anything about him using his platform to try to get people to vote. A lot of people who say that they're for all these things don't really use their platform to tell people to vote. It's like they're always trying to discourage people to vote.
I could give this person credit. As much as ratchet she is from the Bronx, Cardi B uses her platform. That
Yes, she
girl
should
uses
have.
her platform. She
Even though
loves
I didn't
to be
necessarily
supportive.
agree with who she was supporting, she does use her platform, though. I'll give her that.
And she interviewed Joe Biden, and it was a very substantive conversation. I read the interview. I didn't listen to it, but I read the interview. I was like, she wasn't saying, oh, because you did this and did that. She was like, how are you going to protect me? Like, how are you going to protect all black people? That's pretty much what she said. And people was like, oh, why? She's too stupid. That's what Candace Owens said. I'm like, coming from a person that's pregnant, that's going to have a biracial child in this world, maybe you need to shut the fuck up and worry about building your family and preparing instead of coming for people.
Yes, God. Now, Candace be talking too much shit. Oh, girl, Miss Girl be cooning like a damn motherfucker. I ain't never seen a coon so strong in my life. Lord
And
God, the
all the
dark
people
circles in her eyes are even making her start to look like a damn raccoon nowadays. Lord Jesus, Miss Girl.
with fried dyed hair, that hair that needs to be, like you said,
Fried dyed hair. Lord Jesus.
I don't know if it's dyed, but it looks flat. It's flat.
I don't know what the hell it is.
That
It's
hair is still
damaged.
processed. You
She's
can tell it's
missing. She's.
processed.
Let me tell you what's going on with the hair. You know why it looks flat? Is because she's got patches. Okay. She's not even fully black. She's a patchy Indian. That's what the patches in her head, child. You know, shit. She probably missing a few things there. That's why she wear it in that same style. She can't wear nothing else because she gotta hide it. She gotta hide it. That's why the hair don't move. It's so stiff. I ain't never seen no movement in her hair. So crispy, so crunchy. She can do a Cheetos commercial with her hair. It's just that bad. Crunch and munch is what I should call it. But Miss, I don't know. It's a hot mess. But Cardi has every right. If she's living here, if she's paying her taxes, she has every right to say whatever the hell she wants to. And it's funny thing is, Cardi. Now I can't say I agree with everything Cardi does or everything she says, but at the end of the day, I mean, she be hitting some points when it comes to voting. She's more educated than a lot of these ignorant ass people telling you not to vote. She's got more information than that. She might have limited information, but she's still educated. She has every right, especially if she lives here.
Bros.
So, but again, I mean, again, I can't say that I didn't necessarily agree with who she supported when she ran. Well, during the primaries, I mean, she supported Bernie. It is what it is. It's clout. Shit, a lot of people supported Bernie don't even know why the hell they support him because everybody else is doing it. That's what's popular. Let's do it. Y'all don't even know the nigga voted for the damn crime bill. Y'all don't even know this nigga ain't implement no policies. Only renamed two damn post offices. Y'all didn't know that Vermont is literally the highest incarceration, third highest incarceration when it comes to black people in the nation, and we only make up 1.1% of the population in Vermont. There's a lot of things y'all don't know about Bernie Sanders. He hijacked the Medicare for All bill from a man named John Conyers who introduced it to Congress back in the 2000s. Y'all don't know that he also stole Hillary Clinton's single payer plan when she was first lady. He was right behind her, stealing her damn ideas. There's a lot of things y'all don't know about this man. And
Oh,
y'all don't even know in 2018, he also said that he does not believe in like racial disparities. He doesn't believe in it. He says that it all has something to do with class, not race. He didn't know that the racial barriers and the racial divides until 2018. But you was about to say something. Go in.
oh yeah. He also voted against the Brady bill like 5 times.
Yes,
Joe Biden
God.
behind him.
She said Lizzo was a Bernie supporter and she had a great talk with Harris. She did, but then again, I was kind of low key. I don't know. I'm really
Her
defensive
supporters are ugh. Her
for
people
Lizzo.
was because they were like they was like still sending out toxic stuff on Instagram, and I'm just like, if this is the case, Lizzo, like you should have had this on a different platform, on like a
Well,
Zoom.
they're gonna do that. No matter where Kamala is, they're gonna do that. But I think the problem that I had with Lizzo, and not saying Lizzo is, and she just don't know. Obviously, her ass didn't know, and I get it. She said, "Why did you?" The question, the way she framed the question, she said, "You, I'm all about holding people accountable." Okay, fine. I'm all about holding people accountable, but you implemented policies that were anti-black. The first thing I would have said, and I think, and this is the other thing I want Kamala Harris to do, and this is for the future reference. If anybody on Kamala's campus watching, you gotta have to stop, beating around the bush with this. You just need to go ahead and tell them this is just flat out lies. People need to hear that come out of your mouth. This is a flat ass lie. This is not true. I've never locked up people for marijuana charges. It's in fact, every year as Attorney General, marijuana emissions decrease. You need to tell them that, and you need to shut it down. You need to be able to just don't be scared to be like, oh, well, I don't want to deter people from voting. We don't need to kiss ass this time. Sometimes you need to just dig into people's ass. Because kissing ass and allowing people to continue to lie on you will not get them to vote for you.
Stop believing Karens out here.
Child, I ain't got time for it.
Or
But no,
the
I didn't like the interview, honestly. Lizzo just didn't do any research, and it was evident that she didn't really do any research. She just picked up questions of what she wanted to ask, and that was it. She ain't even try to look into this girl's record. And the thing that hurt me most is back in 2017 when Kamala Harris was actually, when she was just popping off, and she did the Brett Kavanaugh hearings and stuff like that. Lizzo even tweeted saying, "I want to be like Kamala Harris." Look it up. I think I have a screenshot it somewhere. I'll probably tweet it later.
Save screenshots for days, but you know what? You gotta save on these niggas because it's like at the end of the day, and people gonna get mad. I'm saying the N word, but a nigga's a nigga. You got to
Child,
you got to save it on these people because like they will just come up with the bull.
yes, God.
But
Yes, God.
a Harris interview.
Child, but I don't know. I don't know. What would you, what, okay. We're going to wrap this up soon because I think the Kamala Harris is on right now. So we got to catch up on that. So, any last regards or anything you want to tell the people as a wrap up?
Vote. Do your research. Go on JoeBiden.com. Do your research. You can either volunteer. If those who don't have time, you can donate. It's two ways you can get involved. Multiple ways, but mainly two. Well, three. Excuse me. Volunteer, donate, or vote. I am donating. I donate like $5 a day. Even though some of us don't work right now, you could donate $2, $3. I donate $5. I'm still waiting on my merch.
Mm. I got mine. I got my hoodie, but child, let me tell you something about that hoodie. It is cheap as hell. Don't waste that little $80 on that damn hoodie
No,
because that's how much it is for shipping.
I bought a T-shirt.
You smart. I shouldn't have bought this damn hoodie. That Joe hoodie, Lord God, it ain't gonna protect me from the cold at all.
You should have bought a T-shirt. I bought the Jill and Joe and Doug and Kamala. Like I
Well,
bought that.
it was winter. It's winter time coming up, so I really wanted to, because y'all want to be out there, out at the polls and freezing and stuff in my little Joe. I don't know if I can wear the hoodie. I don't even think I can at the
I
polling
thought you
location.
said in the live you can't wear that hoodie.
You can't. That's what I wasn't thinking at the time. That was the problem. But anyways, carry on.
Yeah, but please vote. Do anything you can to get Biden and Harris elected because right now it's not just we a little in this crisis, but there are going to be the progressive administration since the Obama administration. They're going to have different voices in the Democratic Party that's going to work and make sure that we get all agendas passed. So please talk to your friends, talk to people. I converted one of my cousins. Talk to people about Biden and Harris platform. Talk to them because we can get them elected and also talk about the courts. Talk about all of this stuff that's going on because it's important that we have our voices heard. And let this not be the only election you vote for. Every election, local elections count.
Do you
And
have
if you
any
do early voting, do the early voting.
period? That's what you need to do first. Do not wait to literally November 3rd is the last day to vote. That's not the first day to vote. You shouldn't do anything at the damn last minute. Okay, don't be on CP time this time because this will be very detrimental to your own health and to your own future, child. But do you have
Children.
any other like? Do you have any other like? Do you have any recommendations for Joe during the debate tomorrow?
My recommendation for him is focus on the task at hand. Do not get into Trump's little petty BS. Do not fall for his petty BS. Because one thing about Hillary, she did not fall for the petty shit. She may have not won the election, but she was calm, cool, and collected. I have a feeling that Joe might lose his temper because Joe is upset. And Joe's not really a guy that really gets upset. He's upset. So I just want him just to focus on the task at hand, focus on Trump's 3 years as an executive leader in that White House. Focus on how he botched up COVID, the economy, because he still botched up the economy, and his immigration policies and his race relations, everything, and foreign policy. He has to focus on how Trump botched everything up, not focus on the petty shit.
My suggestion for Joe Biden is to go off. I'm just playing. Slap him, Joe. Just go over there and choke. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No, I ain't encouraging no violence. But what I'm saying is, Joe, what you want to do is you need to compare and contrast. When he talks about, I don't know what the hell he's gonna talk about. Compare what he's done and tell them what you're going to do. Compare what he's done, tell them what your policy is and what you're going to do going forward to correct his mistake. That's what you need to do. Also, call him out on the bullshit that if his ass been he's been president for 4 years and has never come up with a black agenda until now. Not dealing with any of this situation until now. Now, he didn't even want to invest 14% increase into HBCUs until Kamala Harris had to negotiate that into his policies. Call him out on that. But also, you need to talk about your policies. This is the time. Because when people say that you don't got no black agenda, I need you to understand. I need you to be able to be very detailed, very quickly about what you want to do for the black community. What you want to do specifically for the black community, because everybody's gonna be watching. I don't care if they say I don't vote for Joe, he ain't got no black agenda. They're gonna be watching right now, and this is your time to put that shit to rest. Put it right in the damn grave where it belongs. This is your only shot. Well, you got multiple shots, but the first debate is a very, very, very big debate. It's hard to come back from that first debate if you fuck up. If his ass wants to come for you, talking about you, Sleepy Joe, me personally, I don't want you to be like Hillary. I don't want you to go high and all this shit. Call him a broke ass. Call him broke as hell. Your ass is poor little motherfucker. I pay more taxes than you. I want to know. Let's go on Wells Fargo or Chase Bank, whatever y'all got. Let's go on the app and let's post what we got in the bank account. I want to see what's on there. I want y'all to do that. I want you to say that shit right there.
I just want him to say, don't talk about President Obama. I really want him to say that if it gets to that level, because I want Joe to focus on what he's going to do, because people like, oh, this is not Joe style. You're gonna hear the punditries. The punditries, that's what I call them. I don't know if that's a word, but the punditries. You're gonna hit them with the bullshit, with the after analysis, because I am hosting an after analysis tomorrow, because the punditries are gonna come with their shit. But
they sure are.
Like Kenny said, if the Biden campaign is watching, take our advice. Listen to black people.
I'm telling you, we know how to do it. We regular people. That's why we're here. We're here to talk to you, and we're here to talk to people as regular people. We ain't on nobody's payroll. We doing this because our asses honestly care. We looking at your crazy ass, and we're like, I'm concerned. So, it's been a good episode. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much, Shantae, for showing up. Okay?
Thank you, Kenny, for having me.
Okay, you have a great night, and I will see you guys next time. This won't be the first time you will see her face, because she's probably going to show up again on one of these. We got to do this again.
Yes.
All right, bye, y'all. Good night.
Good night.